Hey guys, Romie here. So this is the recap for Scandal, Season 5, Episode 18, Till Death Do Us Part. The episode starts off, and clearly, if you use some common sense, you realize that's Jake when he's younger, because this episode was actually centered all around Jake. I know that's rare. We're always like, Jake's the underdog, and now we understand why he's the underdog. What happened was, we see this flashback of him as a kid, and essentially, he's outside and he's hearing his dad yell at his mom and then beat up his mom. And the messed up part, aside from that, is also the fact that Jake, not only did he grow up hearing that and being in that type of environment, his mom was trying to stand up to his father because of the fact that his father would go in the middle of the night and get into bed with his daughter. Yes, with his daughter. Do I need to say more? Of course the mom's going to stick up for her child. Unfortunately, the dad was bigger and stronger, and so he abused her as a result. I'm like, wait a minute. You're the disgusting one here. You're the disgusting person here. And then you're beating her up for telling what you... Anyway, this episode goes in after that, and Olivia is sulking at home. She's at Daddy's house. She's even in her old room because she can't deal with the world right now. I think she's in like a single bed, or twin bed. I'm like, Lord Jesus, Olivia, you must be small because that bed actually looks like it fits you well. Anyway, Daddy is, of course, happy to have Olivia home, but of course he's just like, baby girl, so when are you gonna get reacclimated into the world? Come on. And Jake is essentially trying to do the same thing. And she's just over it right now. She's just like, oh, you still marrying that chick? Oh, yeah, then go away. Type of vibe she's giving us. Jake, on the other hand, is speaking with Eli, but this is when he's much younger. Apparently Jake was, again, he's always been kind of military, armed forces oriented with his work. And what happened was, his colonel was over it because I think he actually beat up his colonel or got into a fight with his colonel. So they were going to kick him out. And so Papa Pope comes to the rescue and says, you know what? I got a job for you. I got something for you. I will enrich your life. And Jake tries to swing. Jake tries to swing on Papa Pope. And Papa Pope isn't having that. And Olivia comes downstairs. Olivia's just like, you know what? I'm just going to take your advice, guys. I just got to get one foot out in the other and get myself out there. But first, let's start with the run. It's just like, oh, our girl's okay. Our girl's okay. Our girl's okay. Of course our girl's okay. Olivia is faking it. Olivia, as Papa Pope would say, she is faking it because she's still trying to figure out this angle that they're trying to do. So she's just like, okay, guys, so you have anything new for me? I was like, they're buying it. Hook, line, and sinker. They really think I'm down in the dumps, but I'm focused more than ever. I'm just like, wait a minute, so we're just gonna gloss over the fact that you're actually fine with killing someone? The fact that Olivia doesn't have a problem with killing. It's like, okay, so I guess you definitely are more like your father than you want to admit. Yeah, the rest of this recap is going to be a little different because the episode got deleted, so I don't have it to kind of use as a reference, so bear with me. Anyway, so after that, we have this whole thing of Jake is having these issues because he goes and he speaks with Olivia, and he essentially finds out that Olivia is faking it. He realizes it because Olivia is trying to see, oh, do you really love her? Do you really love her? It's like, no, of course I don't love her. I love you. And Olivia, of course, wants Jake to choose her because now that she doesn't have Fitz, who's her fall guy? Her fall guy is Jake. And so now it's like Jake leaves Olivia's room, and Jake's fiance is just like, what's going on here? What's really going on here? Why are you really pandering to her, showing her so much love, attention, and affection, even though I'm your fiance? Do you still love Olivia? Like, what's really going on? Why is she still even here? I'm like, first off, this is her father's house. That is her room. You're not wrong for thinking what you're thinking, but back off a little bit. Back off. You can be replaced instantly, so let's not forget that. And he was just like, they have that argument. Rowan's irritated because, of course, Rowan is just like, is there a problem? I'm supposed to be getting Edison into the office and Jake to be Edison's VP. Yes, that is the whole goal. The whole goal is to make Jake eventually the vice president. Something happened to Edison at some point, and of course with that happening to Edison, Jake would become president, and Eli would again be in charge of the White House. Well, actually he was never truly in charge. Eli would officially be in charge of the White House. You know, his long awaited dream. You know, him, Cyrus, almost everyone's long awaited dream. And Olivia got it, but she was like, I can't do this anymore. And that's when Eli was actually disappointed in her. Even though he felt like, gosh, these men are using my daughter. At least she took charge of them and ran that White House. But yeah, so Jake's like, okay, I'm with you, Olivia. I'm with you. I want to figure this out. So Pope and Associates go and try to hatch this plan in order to relocate Jake. We're thinking, is that actually going to work? No, that's not going to work. You know why it doesn't work? Because Eli's not dumb. He realizes that things are going a little too smooth. Something's not right here. Things aren't copacetic. So he goes and talks with Olivia at Jake's wedding. I know I'm jumping way ahead. And it was just like, you know what? Oh yeah. Before that, we understand now why Eli has such a hold on Jake. Eli put Jake in the hole. He took Jake and he initiated him into B613. He put Jake in the hole, and of course to really break Jake down. And what he did in order to get Jake on his side was horrendous. As we know, at the beginning of the episode, we find out Jake was a product of a broken home from an abusive father, and also a father who sexually abused his sister. Now, Eli knows all of this, so he's going to use this against Jake. Jake is fresh out of the hole. He's just like, of course he's not complying. And so Eli's like, oh, so how's your experience? Some people, they go to their happy place. Other people don't. Other people have this really, really messed up experience where they just delve into pity and sorrow and think about all the bad things that happened to them and were part of their lives, the things that they couldn't control. And so, of course, Jake is like, so Eli goes forward and he talks about how, well, you know what, Jake, see, the thing is, what type of man, well, boy originally, then to man, let his father go and sexually assault his sister up until the point where she got pregnant, and of course, she didn't have an abortion, but she was actually pregnant while she went and hung herself. I mean, at this point, you were 17 years old. You're really telling me you couldn't do something about this? How sick were you to be in the other room hearing this happen? How messed up were you to go and see Eli do what he did to your mother, and again, you do nothing? And you're really mad at me? You're mad at me and what I'm trying to do. What I'm trying to do for you. Of course, Jake gets up. He's like, hit me, boy. Hit me. And it's just like, you're not going to, are you? Because you need me. You need a father that you never had. And it was really in that moment that Eli essentially got him. But once Jake graduated from the program, Jake was just like, you know, thank you for everything that you've done for me, but yeah, no, I don't want to be a part of this. I used you to make me better, but screw you. And I was like, okay, Jake, I don't believe you, but okay, let's pretend like this is life right now. Like I said, Eli knows all, sees all, hears all. And Eli was telling Olivia, here's the thing. Jake is doing the thing that I expected you to do. I expected you to be the one to be in charge of the White House. And you had it. You were right there and you let it go. And Jake has never disappointed me. If Jake disappoints me and doesn't do as I say, I will kill him. I will get rid of him because he's my toy. He's expendable. I call him my son, but he is just my property, period. He didn't say all that now, but he might as well have said that. He's just like, I already had one child disappoint me once. You know, you right here. And so I can't let that happen to another one. It was just like, Papa Pope, I really hate you this episode. I really hate you this episode. And so that's when Olivia goes. She talks with Jake and it's just like, no, there is no plan. There is no us. You know, I was just using you, Jake. I will never really choose you. I'll always choose Fizz. Why would I choose you of all people? And the thing with you is that you'll always be there for me. You're just like a lapdog. You're not going anywhere. And I need a man who will go and not only just fight for me, but someone who I'll actually want, and not just it be the other way around. So I want Fitz. That didn't happen. That won't happen. You're not going to be the fall guy. Go and be with your wife. You know, she's great on the outside. Even if you're never happy with her, go and be with her. Do whatever you gotta do. Go and be the next president of the United States if that's what your goals are. I won't stand in your way. And of course, she walks away from Jake, and Fitz is just like, are you okay? It's like, yeah, I'm perfectly fine, whatever. She leaves the wedding. Eli is thrilled because now when Jake was asked, do you take so-and-so to be your lawfully wedded wife, he thought about it. Then he agreed. So we'll see how long this goes. That was pretty much the whole episode. The scandal was definitely good enough because I didn't expect this type of episode. I didn't expect this episode to turn that way. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you